Good morning everybody, and we're going to have an English lesson now. Now I'm hoping that the nursery children might have tuned in to today's video, so if you're from nursery and you're watching, hello, I'm Mrs. Delves. We're going to have as our English this week the story of Commotion in the Ocean. Now this is one of my most favourite stories in the whole wide world. And this story is written by these people and drawn by these people. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce the names because I don't want to embarrass myself. So there you can see, I think you pronounce that Giles, Andre and David. I'm not quite sure. Even using my phonics, I might struggle on that one. So that's our author and our illustrator on the front there. And we've got Commotion in the Ocean. So let's have a listen to today's fun story. Commotion in the Ocean. There's a curious commotion at the bottom of the ocean. I think we ought to go and take a look. You'll find every sort of creature that lives beneath the sea swimming through the pages of this book. There are dolphins, whales and penguins. There are jellyfish and sharks. There's a turtle and the big white polar bear. But can you see behind the wrecks and in between the rocks? Let's see if we can find who's hiding there. There's a lovely picture, look there, of the bottom of the ocean. And can you see if you can spot any animals hiding in the ocean? Have a little talk to your grown-ups or a friend if you're at school. What animals can you see? Oh, look, there's our first one, crab. The crab likes walking sideways, and I think the reason why is to make himself look sneaky and pretend that he's a spy. Oh look, there's some turtles now. Turtles. We crawl up the beach from the water to bury our eggs on dry land. We lay a whole batch, and then when they hatch, they scamper about in the sand. Oh, look at all those lovely baby turtles. Let's see who we've got next. Oh, my favourite animal in the whole wide world. Dolphins. The wonderful thing about dolphins is hearing them trying to speak. But it's not how do you do like I'd say to you. It's more of a click, whistle, squeak. Make a funny noise, dolphins. Maybe you could have a little look on YouTube, see if you can find a video of dolphins and the sound they make. It's a lovely noise. Wow, what's this one here? Look, an angelfish. Hello, I'm the angelfish, darling, the prettiest thing in the sea. What a shame there are no other creatures as gorgeous and lovely as me. Very pretty fish. Oh, a jellyfish. Be careful not to get stung by one of these. The jellyfish just loves to jiggle, which other fish think is quite dumb. She knows that it's not all that useful, but jiggling's very good fun. See if you can jiggle like a jellyfish. Oh, look at this one. Wow, look at those teeth on our shark. Shark. I swim with a grin up to greet you. See how my jaws open wide. Why don't you come a bit closer? Please, take a good look inside. Oh, I'm not sure I'd like to get too close to those shark's teeth there. I'd be like that little starfish here saying, yikes, sharp teeth. Oh, a swordfish here, look. I love to chase after small fishes. It stops me from getting too bored. And then when I start feeling hungry, I skewer a few on my sword. So his nose is like a sword. And he gets some fish on there to eat. Oh, I like these ones. An octopus. Do you know how many legs an octopus has got? That's right, they've got 8 legs. Or arms, as it is here, look. Having 8 arms can be useful. You may think it looks a bit funny, but it helps me to hold on to all my children and tickle each one on the tummy. Oh, do your grown-ups like to tickle you on the tummy and make you giggle and shriek? Oh, look, a stingray. These aren't the best pictures, but maybe you could have a look on YouTube, on Google, and see if you can find some pictures of some stingrays. They're lovely animals. At the bottom of the ocean, the stingray flaps his wings. But don't you get too close to him. His tail really stings. Oh, look at the starfish. He's worried he's about to get stung. Oh dear, and he has got stung up at the top. Oh, lobster. It's a nice animal. Never shake hands with a lobster. It isn't a wise thing to do. With a clippity clap and a snippety snap, he would snip all your fingers in too. Oh no thanks, I like all my fingers. Don't want them snipped off. Oh, look at this picture here, look. All those, if I turn that way. There you go, you can have a look at some of those while I read it. Deep sea. Miles below the surface, where the water's dark and deep, live the most amazing creatures that you could ever meet. There are fish of all descriptions, of every shape and size. Some have giant pointy teeth and great big bulbous eyes. Oh, look at the eyes on that green one up at the top. Some of them can walk around and balance on their fins. But the strangest fish of all have glowing whiskers on their chins. Ooh, that would be a bit strange. Look at this one over on the page I was just reading. He's a funny looking fish. Oh, look, a whale. Beautiful whale. There's no other beast on the planet as big as the giant blue whale. He measures a massive 100 feet long from his head to the tip of his tail. That is enormous. Oh, do you know what this one's called? It begins with a woo. It's called a walrus, and that's the word walrus up there. Walruses. Our bodies are covered with blubber. That's like a fatty layer to keep them warm. And our tusks are incredibly long. We're grumpy and proud, and we bellow out loud to show that we're mighty and strong. Ah, look at the penguins. We waddle about on our icebergs, which makes our feet slither and slide. And when we get close to the water, we leap with a splosh off the side. Polar bears. Deep in the Arctic, the mummy polar bear snuggles up with all her children. As it's very cold there. It looks very cold too. Oh, I'm going to put that on that page while I read the writing on the back. What a lot of sea creatures we have seen beneath the sea. What a lot of funny things they do. Some of them might lick their lips and eat you in one bite, and some might want to swim around with you. The dolphin's very friendly, and the lobster is very fierce, but the shark is the most dangerous by far. Can you name the other friends we've made along the way? See if you can tell me who they are. So that's our challenge for today as well. You're going to see if you can remember any of the sea animals which we had in this story today. I'll keep this picture here for a moment so you can have a look and see. And you're going to see today, if you can, draw them, have a go. And maybe you might also like to see if you can write some of the sea animals that we might find in the ocean. Let's have a little turn back onto this page while I explain it a little bit more, because they were the ones that were hiding. We have seen all of these animals in our story today. In this picture you can't see the polar bear or the penguin though, because they weren't under the sea, were they? They were above the sea. So today, don't forget, can you draw them? Nursery, when you've drawn some of your fabulous sea animals, see if you can think about what sound they begin with. What does a dolphin begin with? What does a penguin begin with? Maybe have a try and write some of those sounds. If you're in reception, I know that you can use your sounds as well to see if you can write some of those sea animals. Or maybe you might write about what might happen underneath the sea. That's your challenge this morning. Time to get busy.